Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of our brand new spin-off show, Snoop and Sniffy International Crime Fighters. In this show, Sniffy and I teleport to different cities around the world to solve crimes of international concern. This deeply undercover work is an exhilarating opportunity for Sniffy and I to see the world, meet fellow top-notch animal detectives, and do what we do best, solve mysteries. Now, I wonder where we're off to today. Let's go check in with Wheeler and see.
Snoop, when can we go back to Dublin? I'm not just saying that because I really enjoyed eating that boxty, but because I want to see our new friends, Rihanna and Torin, and maybe have another boxty or two.
Ah, yes, you really love those potato pancakes.
I loved everything about Dublin.
Yes, Dublin. We had quite the running adventure there. But who knows when we'll return? As international crime fighters, we must go where the crime takes us. Speaking of which, where is Wheeler? It's about time he told us where our next destination is.
We could always just get into the dog bed teleporter and see where it takes us.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Wheeler, I say, Wheeler, where are you? You'd think we'd be able to find him in his own gadget shack.
Wheeler!
Oh my. I guess I'll have to restart on the Post-it note fizzy bombs.
Wheeler, it's time for our next international mission. Did Freckles fill you in?
Oh, yes, sorry, I lost track of time. You know how I get when I'm working on a new gadget.
But aren't you always like this?
Well, perhaps, but yes, today you two will be traveling all the way to Tokyo, Japan.
Tokyo, Japan! I've always wanted to go there.
You'll be meeting up with Shion, a young Shiba Inu who has just started his career as a dog detective. Freckles is wanting you two to help train him in the ways of dog detectiving.
That I can do.
Great. Well then, without further ado, hop up onto the teleporter and be on your way. You'll be arriving in Tokyo on the morning of the cherry blossom bloom. It will be a magical sight to see.
Thank you, Wheeler. We will do our best to make sure Shion is trained properly. Goodbye.
Whoa, that time was a bit more bumpy. Good thing I didn't eat that extra dog treat before we left. Ah! Snoop, look where we've landed.
It appears that we've landed atop Tokyo Tower.
We're so high up.
Amazing. You can see the city for miles. It just goes on and on and on.
This is the biggest city I've ever seen. But, can we get down from here?
Slide down the rope I just threw up to you. I've got it.
Is this dog crazy? That's a long way down. We got to get Wheeler to adjust those coordinates so we can land somewhere else, preferably on the ground.
Remember, Sniffy, bravery is a big part of being a dog detective. Let's show him how to have courage.
Okay, Snoop. Ah! This is so scary! Why did we land atop Tokyo Tower? I made it. Whew. Swinging down the rope was pretty fun. Thanks, new friend.
Konnichiwa, I'm Shion, the Shiba Inu. It is my highest honor to meet you two. Welcome to Tokyo, Japan.
Thank you so much, Shion. It's our pleasure to be here in your beautiful city and to be given the chance to train you in the ways of being a dog detective.
I am most humbled to learn from two of the greatest. Here, take these bento boxes. I figured you might be hungry after your long journey.
Food? What? How thoughtful and nice. I am famished. One sec.
Excuse my partner. He has a voracious appetite.
And a famous nose.
You've heard about my nose? I'm famous.
Let's not get a big head or nose, Sniffy. Now, Shion, why did you decide to become a dog detective?
I'm quite intellectual and I've always loved watching others, but I'm also very shy. In watching others, I have noticed so many injustices. I want to right those injustices and help others.
A noble reason indeed. You certainly have the right mindset.
Thank you. I just hope I can be as great as you two.
You'll get there. Being a dog detective isn't easy, and I've worked very hard to get where I am now. Sniffy, too.
What he said. This sushi is delicious, by the way.
I'm grateful to hear these things. So, shall I show you a bit around Tokyo? There's so much to see.
Ooh, can we walk across that intersection where all those human beings cross the street in zigzags?
The Shibuya crossing? Of course, but just watch out. It's super crowded there. I can also take you around to the Sensoji Temple or the Meiji Shrine. We have lots of temples and shrines here.
I personally would love to see the cherry blossoms blooming.
Ah, yes, it is Sakura season. I can take you to the Ueno Park where we can have a Hanami picnic. Hanami means flower viewing. It will be great fun.
Picnics are always fun.
We better get a move on. Follow me. This is Shibuya Crossing.
Whoa, this is unreal. Everyone is pulsing with energy.
Everything is in motion and neon.
Hurry, let's cross the street before the cars come through. This is the Sensoji Temple.
I've never seen anything so majestic.
It is Tokyo's oldest temple and dedicated to a Buddhist goddess.
Love the red paneling. It really pops.
Now let us head to Ueno Park. It's about time for the cherry blossoms to bloom. And here we are, Ueno Park.
The fragrance in the air. It's so sweet and pleasant.
The blossoms are about to bloom. You two head towards the river. I'm going to reserve us a hot spring for after our picnic.
A hot spring?
Yes, we call it an onsen. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Bathing in the natural waters of a hot spring, rejuvenating for the mind and body.
After our last trip to Dublin, where we did nothing but run around, I need that.
Perfect. See you in a bit.
It really is quite beautiful here. I've always wanted to see the cherry blossoms bloom. This is a once-in-a-dog lifetime opportunity.
And it smells wonderful too. Look at everyone. Looks like they're all waiting for something. What's gonna happen?
Sniffy, we're waiting on the first cherry blossom to bloom.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, you two dogs down there. I can't believe what you've done.
Are you talking to us, little bird?
I like your black and white feathers. They're very regal.
Thank you. I know. I am Ami, and I'm a Japanese wagtail.
A wagtail? Hey, I can wag my tail too. See?
Good for you. But you can't distract me any further. You're in big trouble.
Trouble? I'm sorry, Amy. What is this about?
Your friend, that other dog who was with you, he just stole the first cherry blossom of the season. He's a thief.
This isn't good. This Japanese wagtail has just come forward and accused our friend Shion of stealing the first cherry blossom of the season. That's a big accusation. Shion wouldn't do that. Or would he? Find out after this commercial break. Welcome back. When you last left us, we were patiently waiting for the cherry blossoms to begin their bloom, when a Japanese wagtail named Amy came forth and accused our detective-in-training Shion of stealing the first cherry blossom of the season. That can't be. We need to help Shion prove his innocence. Come along.
Shion wouldn't steal a cherry blossom. He just went to reserve us a hot spring.
And yet you did. I saw it with my own two little beady bird eyes.
What exactly did you see, Amy?
I was sitting quietly on my tree branch waiting for the cherry blossoms to bloom when out of the corner of my eye I saw your friend run up to that tree over there. It's then that I noticed that the first cherry blossom had begun to bloom. I was just going to start chirping to alert everyone that I was the first to see it, but your friend scampered up the tree, plucked the cherry blossom off, and then ran off into the woods toward the Imperial Palace.
He scampered up the tree?
Uh-huh.
Who scampered up the tree? What's going on?
You, thief!
Me? I'm not a thief. In fact, I'm training to be a dog detective, and I certainly can't scamper up a tree. I'm a dog.
I saw you steal the first cherry blossom of the season and run off to hide it.
Huh? I didn't do that.
Amy seems to think you did.
I was down by the bridge, reserving an onsen for my friends and I.
That's what I said.
I saw what I saw.
Look, Amy, our friend Shion is an upstanding and trustworthy Shiba Inu. He stands for justice. He wouldn't take a cherry blossom. Perhaps you can show us the direction in which you apparently saw him go.
Sure, it's this way. Up through the park into the trees that lead to the Imperial Palace. Follow me.
I can't believe I'm being accused of something I didn't do. You two believe me, right?
Of course.
I know we've only spent a short amount of time together, but I can tell you're a good dog. You brought me a bento box.
Sniffy, see if you can sniff anything out on this trail.
Okay. Nope. Only thing I can smell is the sweet, sweet scent of cherries and flowers.
Ah, interesting.
This way. Keep up.
She sure is one bossy wagtail. More like bossy tail, am I right? I thought it was funny.
Through here. He came this way.
The Imperial Palace.
Whoa! Now, this is something. The curve of the roofs are unlike anything I've seen before.
How did they create this?
No idea.
Okay, this isn't about admiring our beautiful Japanese architecture. This is about finding the stolen cherry blossom. Now, where did you hide it, thief?
I didn't take it, I promise.
Whoever did take the cherry blossom could have hidden it anywhere on the palace grounds. It's going to take a while to search for it through all these gardens and moats.
The Hanami is ruined.
I can maybe sniff it out.
There he is, the thief. Wait, how are you in two places at once?
That's not me. That's a Japanese tanuki.
Oh, oops. You have the same coloring. I actually recently lost my glasses.
What's a tanuki and why is it so cute?
A tanuki is a Japanese raccoon dog, and it is definitely not a Shiba Inu.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I shall take this lesson and learn from this.
One should never falsely accuse someone else unless they have the facts and are 100% sure.
Please forgive me.
Now look, that tanuki has left the cherry blossom at the foot of that fountain and rolled away.
Aw, drats. He's gone. Like a mythical beast, never to be seen again.
Get the blossom and let us return to the cherry blossom trees.
I'm sorry, Snoop and Sniffy, for involving you in this. I guess I'm not a very good dog detective if I'm the one being accused of a crime.
Shion, it is not your place to apologise. You did nothing wrong, and here we are. Look, all the trees are blossoming now. A magical sight.
So glad I could show you this.
And now, for the hot springs?
This way.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Anyone have bubble bath mix?
Now, Shion, before we depart back to our lives, I wanted to give you some advice. Being a dog detective is hard work. You have the eye and the moral compass. You're observant and you want to bring justice into the world. But being a dog detective is also more than that.
What else can I do?
Always pay attention to details. Even the smallest thing can give you the solution.
Attention to detail. Got it?
Make sure to trust your instincts. I always trust my nose, and it hasn't let me down yet.
Sniffy's right. You must also be open to thinking outside the box. Get creative. Have courage to try something else. I wasn't going to take just that bird's word for it. We had to see for ourselves. Always be bold enough to see for yourself.
These are all such good pieces of advice. I'm so lucky to get to hear it straight from the dog's mouth.
You're welcome.
Yes, I have faith in you, dear Shion. Look, if I could train Sniffy, of all dogs, to be the dog detective he is now, you'll be just fine.
Thanks, Snoop. I think.
Now, let us enjoy the waters of the hot springs and recall all the wonderful things we saw today. Dearie me, I almost fell asleep in this onsen. The warm waters of the hot springs are so relaxing. I could get used to this. Unfortunately, we must return home to Pflugerville soon. I'm glad that we met Shion and we were there to help prove he was innocent and give him some career advice. I can already tell he's going to make a brilliant dog detective. If you enjoyed today's episode, well, you're in luck because there are tons of other shows and episodes out there, including Sniffy and I's regularly scheduled mystery-solving antics back in Pflugerville. Just search Go Kid Go wherever you get your podcasts. A whole world of podcasts await you. Tokyo had so much to offer Sniffy and I, but I can't wait to see where we'll go next. Tune in next time to find out. Sayonara, and don't forget, always be investigating. Woof woof.
Go Kid Go!